Hello, I'm well. Very shortly, I'm going to be in my 50th year of medical school, and I found myself reflecting on how the ride has been so far. So, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing major lessons I've learned from my experience so far in medical school. I'm going to be talking about things I'm proud I did the way I did them, and things I wish I did differently, or if I could go back in time, things I would have done differently. So this video is particularly for you if you are just starting university. It doesn't even have to be medical school, because these lessons are lessons that apply to you regardless of what course you're studying or what school you are. And we appreciate it if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. So the first part of this video is going to be what I did and I'm proud of doing. The first thing is I love the course I chose. And see the way I'm not saying I chose the course I love. There's a reason I'm putting this first, because I've experience with so many students who found themselves in courses they do not like. As a Nigerian student, you know that there are many exams that determine what course of choice you eventually study. And because I'm always surrounded by people trying to gain admission or people that are just starting their years in university, I see this quite often, that people that do not love what they are studying tend to not do as well in that course. I'm very lucky to have been able to gain an admission to study medicine, which is the only course I've always ever wanted. But if this might be easier, it might sound like it's something that is easier said than done, but if I happen to be in another course which I didn't originally want, I think the first thing I'm going to do is to try to change the course. I'm going to probably try to switch back to the course I want. And if I see that this is not going to work, I'm going to put in my best and become the best I can become in that course of study. Actually, like growing up, the more experienced student, because I have friends we started school together from under level that in all the other departments. Paying attention to them, I see that almost or even all fields, every course you study, there are opportunities, though opportunities are more in some and rarer in some, especially in a country like Nigeria. But there are still opportunities. You just have to make yourself distinct and you have to look out for these opportunities. So in summary, what I'm trying to pass across with this first point is that it would be very nice if you can choose a course you love and get an admission for it, like get into university to study that course you love. But if you happen to be, some people say my school gave me this particular course when you didn't choose that. If you happen to be one of those who were given a particular course, if possible, try to change to a course you love. And if you see that is not possible, I would implore you to actually try to love the course and put in your best. Try to be the best student you can possibly be studying that course and look out for opportunities in that field. There are examples I could cite, but that's probably going to make this video longer, so I will not do a lot of citing here. But I've seen people who studied the courses many of us consider ridiculous and are doing way better than even doctors and lawyers that we consider the high esteemed courses. The second thing I did and I'm proud I did was to make proper research about school, about my department, about things I need when school resumes. That little extra step I did actually helped me in my first year of university. Even before I resumed school, I'd known kind of courses I'm going to be taking. I've even made a couple of friends with senior colleagues, and when we eventually resumed, before we do any test for a particular course or any exam for a particular course, I would have asked my seniors that, okay, how does this course work? What should I expect? How should I prepare for this course to maximize my score? And often, there are always nuances to different professors or to different lecturers. What different lecturer want from you is actually different. Some, they want you to kind of memorize their slide, their lecture material. They want you to upload it in your head and regurgitate that exact thing for you. Why some, all they want you to do is understand the concept and the application. Some will give you questions just from the slides. Some can go further to set question from textbook. It's important to know these things about your lecturer to be able to maximize your grade in your first year. I'm just saying there are a lot of things you can learn when you make effort in researching and knowing about your school, your course, your lecturers, and how to go about studying and preparing for your exams. So I did that and I will highly recommend you do this. The next thing I did and I'm so proud of is that I had strong goals. I had goals and I had good reasons why I wanted to achieve those goals. For my first year in university, my goal was to have A's in all of my subjects. I wanted to have A's. I think I did, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I think I did up to like 22 courses or 24 courses all together. in my first year. I'm going to put the exact number on the screen, I can't remember anymore. I did that many courses and the goal was to have A's in all those courses. My reason for that was because I'm from a humble home and I see how hard it is to make money and stuff. So my goal for my first year is that I want my first year to be the last time my parents are going to pay for my school fees. I was aiming to get scholarships, like to get scholarship that is going to be able to cover all my school fees and extra for my upkeep. That didn't actually happen, but those are valuable goals I had then that kept pushing me to put in the extra work. In my first semester of university, I actually had A's in all of my subjects, and in my second semester I had A's in everything except 2 courses where I got B's, and the courses I got B's, there were 69 B's and 70 is A's. So it was very painful that just one single mark would have made me have A's in all the subjects, and they decided to give me 69 instead of 70. The person that did this to me, God is watching. It's important to have strong reasons behind your goals, as this is going to motivate you. There were times I got tired in 100 level. Looking back, I'm proud I worked that hard to get that grade. Though, look now, the grade really doesn't matter that much, but it encourages me that I can actually set a goal and achieve it. The next thing I did and I was proud of is that I started early. I remember my roommates in 100 level. I remember our first week of resuming school. First week was for registration and stuff. Then probably the second week was when we started classes or so. Before the first day of class, I was already looking for this reading room around. Then I saw the reading room and they opened the reading room in the first week when we had just done very few courses. So I would just tell my roommate I was leaving my room to go to the reading room, and they would wonder what is wrong with this guy. We've not even resumed yet and you've already started studying. And this is important. It gave me a head start. It's like puts me at an advantage, because when test was coming I was not always rushing because I've not covered everything. By the time test was approaching, I'd read most of the things I needed to read. Later I stayed with one of my roommates in 200 level. He told me in 200 level that he wish he had also started early like I did. 200 level, his results were amazing. His results was significantly better than in 100 level. At that 100 level CGPA that has not been built very well, we still kind of put the overall CGPA at a lower rate. So he wish he had just put in as much work as he was putting in 200 level, and he wish he had started early. So this is my advice for you. Your 100 level is your foundation year. If you have very great CGPA in your 100 level, there's a good chance of building on it. And in fact, 100 level might even be the simplest time to build your CGPA, as 300 level, 400 level for some department can be very difficult to have A's. So 100 level, when you have the chance, please do it. Start early and stay consistent. Next thing I did was to surround myself with like-minded people. I think this is not even difficult to achieve, as I was in medical school, and not just in medical school, please permit me to be proud. I am in the first and best medical school in sub-Saharan Africa, University of Ibadan. It is normal to have people that are the best from across the country. Looking at those people go for their goals also help you stay on top of your game. Sometimes I would go to the library and maybe after reading for like 20 minutes I feel tired and I want to go home. I'll just look at my friends that I met there, like, see, my guy was here before me, and why will I leave before him? Now, I'm not saying you should burn out, but don't compare yourself with people, but let people you surround yourself with motivate you and help you become the better version of yourself. Some of the things I've said so far are things I did before or during 100 level. Now, the next set of things I'm going to talk about that I'm very proud of are things I did after 100 level, between 100 level and 200 level, and they made a significant impact in the trajectory of my life. So the next thing I did is to learn how to learn. So when I finished 100 level, my seniors told me, because I will always ask questions, how does this thing go, how does it work in 200 level? 100 level in medical school is preliminary. We did chemistry, physics, zoology, English, the basic sciences we did before coming to school. But from 200 level, you start doing medical related courses. You start doing basic medical sciences like physiology, anatomy, biochemistry. And I have no prior experience. I do not have any idea what this is. But one thing I know is that they always say that the work is overwhelming. Our seniors will tell us that 100 level is the only time we have to enjoy our lives. When we get to 200 level, it's going to ruin our life. We'll not have social life again. It's going to be this, yada yada yada. All those things were very scary actually, but not all of them are necessarily true. My life is not ruined, as you can see, and I thank God for that. It's actually a lot more than what 100 level was. So because of this experience I'm anticipating, I decided to learn how to learn, because I imagine that if I know how to learn better, it's going to make me spend less time studying and help me cover more in significantly less time. So that's exactly what I did. 100 level break, going to 200 level, I started reading books on how to learn. I watched a lot of videos on how to learn, and I was paying attention to myself, seeing what kind of study style suits me more and which one works better than the other. This actually helped me learn to learn, and it's also one of the bases for starting this YouTube channel. So this period, as I was learning it, I found it very interesting that, oh wow, I've not been doing this thing right all this while. Actually, learning how to learn can significantly improve how you learn and make your life better. So it was an amazing discovery for me at the time. The next thing I did was that I learned a marketable skill. 2020, which also happened to be COVID outbreak, the whole world was on lockdown. So I had a lot of time to myself. For the first time, I learned a marketable skill. And the reason why I learned this, after 100 level, remember my plan in 100 level, my goal was to get as many scholarships as possible. But at the end of 100 level, I realized that that's not the case. I got just one-time scholarship of 100,000 at the end of 100 level, which I was not even paid till I got to 200. So I was like, how else can I make money? And I saw that people make money from writing essays, and they make significant money. I've seen people that won up to 500,000. I've seen someone that won 800,000, maybe even a million. Like, this is life-changing money. If I can get this money, my life will be changed forever. So I decided I was going to learn to write, and started learning. I read books on how to write better. My grammar was significantly worse than this. Now I'm not even the best person at use of English, but I'm much better than I used to be. I learned grammar again. I read a very big book on the rules of grammar. I wrote some essays which were very mediocre, because I've not been doing this all this while. My secondary school, I was not a good writer like that. I didn't really learn writing properly, in secondary school. From writing, somehow I stumbled upon copywriting. From copywriting, I somehow stumbled upon a book on marketing, and I somehow stumbled upon a book on advertising. Then I was like seeing a lot of things, a lot of ways one could make money. And then I also came up with the idea of making YouTube channel. All those things shall link together, and eventually I made, I'm not making a lot of money, but I've been able to make some money to get myself basic stuff I know nobody would get me, or something like that. If you are not getting school and you have all the time to yourself, please try to learn a marketable skill. Learn a soft skill. Learn to write, learn video editing, learn coding, learn AI, learn designing, learn something. This thing will probably help you. You don't even some people problem is not money, but really this skill could make you stand out. Last, which is definitely not the least, is that I joined the Christian fellowship from 100 level. And fellowships are very good. They help you not just with your spiritual growth, they're also very concerned about your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, and you also make friends from these fellowships. So I recommend you do that too. Let me talk about things I wish I did differently. I actually do not have any really notable regrets. The first thing is, I wish I'd taken my health seriously earlier. In 200 level, I was sick many times, and I know the reason why I was falling sick. It was because I was negligent of my health. I was very hardworking. Like you can see, I was always studying, going to school. I do not like missing school, but I was not complementing this physical exhaustion with proper diet and resting when necessary. I was always breaking down. That time I felt my immune system was low. Maybe coupled with the fact that I was really broke. I was like broke. And I couldn't eat properly. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I could go back. Maybe I would have taken rest more seriously, and I would have taken it easy on myself. The second thing I wish I did was to make more non-medical friends and keep tabs with them. I made a number of friends that are non-medical, but it's been difficult. I have that problem of keeping tabs with people, and I'm trying to get better at it. But sometimes you might just need to be in a space that is non-medical people. You just want to hang out with people that are not going through the same shit you are going through in medical school. It's nice to have such. So I probably would have made more non-medical friends and would have kept tab with them that, okay, I'm coming to your hostel today to just, let's just talk about things, let's just hang out, let's just go have fun out there. Probably the next thing I think I would have done is to create more experience intentionally. I was, the triangle student. I wish I'd engaged in more extracurricular activities. I wish I'd done more fun stuff. Okay, that's actually another point. I wish I'd done more fun stuff. In UI, for example, there are tourist attraction centers, like I would call it. There is a zoo, there is a botanical garden, there is a dam or something like that. And throughout like my first 3 years on campus, I never even bothered going. There were a lot of movie shows that came to UI at the time. I didn't attend any. I don't know why. It is just so hard for me to get up and go out to have fun. So my experience is quite limited. I wish I had more fun experiences. The last thing I put here as one of the things I wish I did differently is to learn to research. Now I believe that researching is a skill everybody should have. When you go to a school, when you go to university, at the end of your university year, you should have learned how to research. But now I still don't know how to do it well. And one of my goals for this year is to learn researching, and I'm going to try my best to do it. I hope at the end of this year I'll be able to tell you I learned how to research properly. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any question whatsoever, please put it in the comment section. I would like to answer as many as possible as I possibly can. Thank you very much for watching. It is going to make my day if you can please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I should also share this video with your friend who just got admission or who is going to go to school very soon. Thank you for watching, and